Are we just giving him a second chance? I like your smile. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the TV. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Wait, wasn't there a blackout? TVs don't work on blackouts unless Cinderblock had a freaking generator in her room. There's a blackout. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Judge, have you lost your memory? Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Mia's like, if you don't get this, I will literally smack you. But let's try pressing until the time is right. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the TV. Really? Are you sure it was a TV and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large TV. It doesn't look large to me. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the TV. The witness has testified. He heard the time. Yeah, let's see. I think it's time to give this a big ol' objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a TV or video. Whoa, his toupee went off. Well... The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sword? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. His pupils, too. Oh, wait, I remember now. Mr. Sword, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sword. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. How many chances? Hearing the time, let's do it. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Wait, a clock? Didn't we get a statue of the thinker? How is that a clock? Unless that little digital display, but it doesn't say a clock anywhere. It's rather heavy. You saw a clock, I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Phoenix is like, let's get this over with. He's suspicious, he's sus, we're gonna do it. Oh, whoa, the music changed. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? You see, even the judge is weird, right? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? You sure? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first time I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Something's really fishy there. Because that's a statue, not a clock. So, 3, 2, 1, objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Oh, we're getting in this now. What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Miss I Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony? Yes? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim. Tell me, isn't it true that you knew the victim? In fact, you were one of her sugar Whoa. Be frank with us, Mr. Sawyer. Frank? I'm always frank. Your Honor, we have complete records of the victim's relationships. Mr. Frank Sawyer does not appear anywhere. He is very single. Huh? Oh, really? Please, Mr. Wright, is huh the best response you can muster up? Huh? Try to refrain from making off-the-cuff accusations in the future, unless you want to be named single for life. Yes, Your Honor. Let me think this over. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim again. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder! Oh yeah, prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that! I can prove you were the one who killed her! Whoa! You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice! That was the sound you heard! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face! Would the victim... Wow, oh, never mind. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw... Did you just... Ew! Ugh, my face. Ew, his head! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Holy heck, he ripped off his toupee, and now I gotta disinfect my face. I gotta burn it. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. He freaked out. Isn't that basically just saying I did it? Mr. Wright. Oh, the music's back. Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Wait, is that my life bar? If I do it wrong... Maybe, let me try checking though. All you have to do is examine the batteries. The batteries are in the right way. The clock seems to be working fine. What exactly did you mean, Mr. Wright? That the clock was working fine. Yes, and... I'm sorry. I think I got confused back there with all those testimonies. Mr. Wright, I expect more from a lawyer in this court, even if it is your first day. I'm afraid I have to penalize you. Try to think things through more carefully. Oh, so I do lose life. Yes, Your Honor. As I was saying, oh my goodness, that face. The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sword heard was definitely this clock. I just repeat myself. I think it's better to try sounding it. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. So the clock thinks it is. What if it's like actually 2 in the morning? Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sword heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sword, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it! That was so close! Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sword. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Did I choose the wrong answer? Not so fast, Mr. Sword. Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock will be 3 hours slow? No? How am I supposed to know that? I know you can figure it out. There must be some evidence in the court record. Something that can show why that clock was 3 hours slow. Find it and he won't have a foot to stand on. Cause we'll cut it off. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You said the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Do you have evidence to prove this? This is it. All or nothing. Yes, Your Honor. I believe I have the evidence that can prove my claim. I like to see that. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running 3 hours slow. Oh, wait. If she went away... Wait a minute. If she took this with her to Paris, wouldn't the TSA say something about this? Like, why are you taking a statue with you? Like, wouldn't that just get confiscated? I'm gonna say it's the passport. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. Wow, Phoenix, that is quick brain math right there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Oh yeah, because the thinker doesn't say AM or PM, it just says the time. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. How do you reset a statue clock? That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sword? Or should I say Mr. Did It? Oh, he's breathing really fast. Did he just foam at the mouth? Is he dead? Mia, what did we do? Order, I say. Okay. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Good. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Hey, who's ready? Where's their confetti? I'm choking on it. So much choking. And with that, this court is adjourned. I'm out of here. Who pours confetti in the courtroom? Does that happen at every court case? Cause I want that to happen. It turns out that Frank Sword was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sword let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sword grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. That is one big oof moment. It's like it was just horrible timing. Extremely horrible timing. Oh, is this victory music? Ooh, I still can't believe we won! Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Okay, I know that's sad, but that is really funny timing. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. Wait, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Also, I love his anime sparkly eyes. Can I look like that someday? But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Uh-oh, you hitting on her now? Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Wait, I just realized his shirt has eyes. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. The murder weapon? A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Wait, so you just brought that to you in court and no one confiscated that? Why? Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Oh, now he's all serious with me. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Like, squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Who says it that way? It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Oh, the statue. She brought it with her. This heavy thing. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it if what you will. Larry is such a goofball, though. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Whew. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Praise! Yeah, butts. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why he became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Ooh, Phoenix. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." My back hurts. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. So how am I gonna pay rent? I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Wait, why? Please don't tell me what I think of what's gonna happen. Please keep that promise. A brand new episode has been added. Looks like next up is episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you ever want to see more, let me know. Until next time, adios!